Deep beneath the mountains of Iran, something catastrophic has unfolded. A network of tunnels, long considered the backbone of Iran's military logistics and troop movement, has suffered a devastating structural collapse. The scale of this disaster is staggering. Approximately 300,000 Iranian troops are now reported to be stranded, cut off from supply lines, communication channels, and any meaningful path forward. This is not a minor incident buried in the footnotes of regional news. This is a seismic event that carries enormous consequences for Iran's military capabilities, its strategic posture in the Middle East, and the broader balance of power across the region. To understand the gravity of this collapse, one must first appreciate what these tunnels actually meant to Iran's military apparatus. For decades, Iran invested heavily in underground infrastructure. These were not simple passages carved through rock. They were sophisticated, reinforced corridors designed to move troops, weapons, ammunition, and equipment away from the reach of aerial surveillance and precision strikes. Iran's tunnel network stretched across multiple provinces, connecting military installations, weapons depots, and command centers in ways that gave the Iranian military a significant strategic advantage. They were considered virtually impenetrable, a crown jewel of Iran's asymmetric defense doctrine. Losing them, even partially, represents a wound that cannot be easily healed. 300,000 troops is not a number to be taken lightly. To put it in perspective, that figure rivals the active military strength of many mid-sized nations. These are soldiers, engineers, logistics personnel, and commanders who are now effectively isolated. Without functioning tunnel access, resupply becomes extraordinarily difficult. Surface routes expose movements to satellite imaging and potential strikes. Communication infrastructure that relied on the tunnel network is now severely compromised. The troops are not simply inconvenienced, they are operationally paralyzed, unable to execute missions, unable to receive orders with any degree of security, and unable to maintain the kind of coordinated readiness that modern military operations demand. Questions are now swirling around the cause of this collapse. Multiple theories are circulating among defense analysts and intelligence observers. One line of thinking points to deliberate external action, specifically precision strikes or deep penetration munitions designed to target underground facilities. Such weapons have been developed and deployed by several advanced military powers, and Iran's tunnel networks have long been identified as high-value targets. Another theory suggests internal structural failures, possibly accelerated by years of economic sanctions that limited Iran's access to quality construction materials and engineering expertise. A third possibility involves a combination of both factors, where pre-existing structural vulnerabilities were exploited or triggered by external pressure. The exact cause remains under intense scrutiny. The international response has been swift and telling. Regional powers are recalibrating their threat assessments almost in real time. Nations that have long viewed Iran's underground military network as a deterrent force are now reassessing the actual resilience of that deterrent. Intelligence agencies across multiple continents are poring over satellite imagery and intercepted communications to piece together a clearer picture of what happened and what it means going forward. Iran's allies, including various non-state actors who depend on Iranian logistical support, are reportedly in a state of significant concern. The disruption to supply chains that run through these tunnels could have cascading effects on proxy operations across the region. Iran now faces one of its most complex military and strategic challenges in recent memory. Rebuilding tunnel infrastructure of this scale takes years and requires resources that are already stretched thin under the weight of ongoing sanctions and economic pressure. In the short term, Iranian commanders will be forced to rely on surface-level logistics, which dramatically increases their exposure and vulnerability. The stranded 300,000 troops represent not just a tactical problem, but a deeply symbolic one. The image of Iran's military might has taken a serious blow. How Tehran responds, whether through diplomatic maneuvering, accelerated military rebuilding, or escalatory actions designed to project strength, will define the next chapter of Iran's role in regional geopolitics. The collapse of these tunnels has not just disrupted troop movements, it has fundamentally altered the strategic equation in one of the world's most volatile regions, and the reverberations of this moment will be felt for years to come.